Welcome back to another D&D Beyond dev update. Uh, if you're here weekly and with us all the time, welcome back. Appreciate you being here. If this is your first time joining us, this is your first time with the show, and you're like, "What's a D&D Beyond?" D&D Beyond is a digital tool set, sort of a digital companion that helps make playing D&D easier. If you've always been kind of interested in the game, but a giant stack of books and character sheets and pencils and tables and snacks and math, you're kind of like, I don't know. D&D Beyond sort of cuts through all of that, so you can just focus on, having fun with your friends, making stuff up, and being an elf for a night, which I feel like all of us sorely need. So, welcome. If it's your first time to the Dev Update, the Dev Update is our weekly check-in where we let you all know sort of what's coming on the toolset, what's available on the D&D Beyond marketplace, what we're doing in terms of features. We connect you with the devs, with the people that actually make the stuff, so that they can give you some insights, demo, Q&A with you all. Today is sort of a special dev update. Typically we are live, but tomorrow is Veterans Day, so we are pre-taped today. So no questions, no boss fight. I mean, you can still ask questions. They'll just, this version of me is in the past, and I can't answer them. But we're not necessarily here for time travel conversations. Let's jump into our roadmap, and then our own Pat is going to be demoing some really cool new stuff for you all that is live on D&D Beyond right now. So let's jump into the roadmap. Okay, so some marketplace stuff first. Critical Role Call of the Netherdeep is available for pre-order right now on dndbeyond.com. This is a return to the absolutely just incredible world that our buddy Matt Mercer has created. Their books that they've released through Wizards of the Coast have been really cool. I think Netherdeep looks equally rad, and I said it last week and the week before, and I'll say it again until everyone gets really tired of hearing it. But if you want to explore Matt Mercer's Nethers deeply, this is the way to do it. This is the book for you. Granted, I have not read what the book is actually about. That might not actually be what the book's about. I don't know. But until I'm corrected, I'm 90% sure that that's what the contents of the book are. That's available for pre-order on the marketplace right now. So is Strixhaven, Curriculum of Chaos. This is another sort of Magic the Gathering book tie-in, but beyond being a Magic the Gathering tie-in book, it's Wizard School, baby. So if you've ever had just a need for big magical academy vibes in your D&D games, if you if you're a Harry Potter fan, or if you love everything they're doing over at Dimension 20 with Mismatch and shows like that, and you're like, my campaign just like needs a little more back to school madness, this is going to be the book for you. Plus the owl folk, the owlin, just seem dope, and we don't have a picture of it ready to go because I'm just gunning off the top of my head. Some of the owlin art is bizarrely sexy. I didn't think I'd find an owl person attractive, but here we are. So if you like back to school shenanigans and strangely attractive owl folk, Strixhaven, it's for you. Fizban's Treasury of Dragons, available right now. If you like the dragon part of Dungeons and Dragons a lot, this book is hot. So hot, in fact, an entire fleet of fire trucks is driving past my apartment right now. That book's available right now on the D&D Beyond marketplace. The maps in there are so cool. Dragon Horde stuff, layers, just tons and tons of dragons on dragons on dragons on dragons. It's a great book, so make sure you are checking that out. Coming are available now. Sorry, containers are now available on the mobile app. So within your inventory, you can put your stuff into other stuff that's now available on the mobile app. As is the mobile app campaign view. This is honestly pretty dope. So we've been when the app launched, we were admittedly like, okay, this is great for players, a little weak for DMs. So this campaign view is our first step in really kind of making up some of that ground. It's a really great like at a glance for DMs. So if you're playing just with the app, awesome. If you want to use the app as sort of a second screen experience with your desktop, that's how I use it. It's pretty sweet. So make sure you are checking that out. Um, Also coming up tomorrow is the premiere for Battle for Beyond. This is our sixth episode mini series that we've been working on for a little while. I'm super stoked for you guys to see it. Jasmine Bular is our DM. Josephine McAdam, Emma Fife, Iffy Wadaway, Brennan Lee Mulligan, Abria Iyengar, Erica Ishii are our incredible cast. Hyper RPG partnered with us in producing this. The one and only Amy Dallin is a producer on it. It's just in front of and behind the camera. I'm really proud of it. I can't wait for you guys to see it. We'll also be selling digital dice are being made available based on the characters, which I'm super stoked about. The team really just knocked these absolutely out of the park. They're based on everybody's color schemes. We've got them rolling right here. So yeah, they're just like really pretty dice. They're available now if you've been looking to grab some new digital dice from the online marketplace. It's $5.99 for the set, or I think they're $1.99 per like little set of dice, or you can buy all six for $5.99. So pretty stoked about those, and just also super stoked for you guys to see the show. That premieres live tomorrow on YouTube, not Twitch, on YouTube. Premieres live at 4 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be in there in chat for you guys to watch it with us. So please come tune in. We're super stoked about it. The main event for today, however, we have got some really cool updates on inventory and containers and character sheet decor management. Here to help demo all of that for us is the man of the hour, the man whose beard I am desperately trying to model mine after. A veteran himself, by the way. Happy Veterans Day, Pat. Let's get you up here so we can dig in. Hey, man. Hey, buddy. Uh-oh. Oh. We're cosplaying
There.
a bit.
For all my brothers and
Ooh.
sisters out there, got to put the old Stetson on for Veterans Day. So thanks for the goodwill of wishing me happy Veterans Day. I wish all of you vets out there happy Veterans Day. Thank you, vet. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Well, hey, if folks, if folks are looking for a way to support beyond just saying, Happy Veterans Day, we're also proud partners of Stack Up. They've got a focus on mental health for veterans and suicide prevention. It's a great organization. Partnered with them for ages through D&D Beyond and fandom and Screen Junkies from way back. They're great folks. So make sure to give them a follow on Twitter. Hey, Pat, I am very stoked about all of this, all of our inventory updates going live this week. You want to walk us through?
Yeah, but first I want to address owls, Joe. That's a bit disturbing. So I literally listen. I have an owl that lives in my backyard here, and he or she wakes me up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So now, when it wakes me up, I'm gonna think about sexy owls, and that's kind of weird.
Look, they know what they did. I mean, it's now I wish we had the art, but I mean, this owl's just posted up. He's just like, and he's got like the vest, like just with like a Tom Selleck amount of I don't know, chest feathers, I guess. They know what they did. They know what they did.
He's got the handlebar mustache.
Yeah, just made of feathers.
Oh, I have to look. It's in a Ferrari.
Yes, yeah, just pull up like, hey, get in.
Oh boy. Anyhow, back to business. Yeah, so I have my character available here. This is the character that I play in our current product team. Game currently dungeon mastered by our mobile PM, David. So here is Jafar Kilbani, and Jafar, let's just kind of go through it a little bit. So Jafar has his inventory. We can click that. In his inventory, we have a backpack, bag of holding, his equipment. Don't pay attention to that. His attunement and his other possessions. So in his backpack, he's got a bunch of this other stuff here. The total weight of that stuff is right here. And if I, so here's the total weight that Jafar is carrying. He is encumbered because he's a skinny little dude. Doesn't have a lot of strength. I have the variant rules turned on. We can, well, I'll do that in a little bit. But here is, you can also see that his speed is only at 15 too, because he's encumbered.
Mhm.
And he runs into battle with all of his buddies, and then he'll drop his rucksack. As soon as he drops his rucksack, he becomes unencumbered. His speed goes up to his real speed now, and now his rucksack's laying on the ground. But it's still available in his equipment or his inventory to then pick up later, be encumbered after the battle if he survives it. So this is what you and I had talked about a while ago, called the rucksack problem. Much like soldiers in real combat, they'll go into battle laden down with equipment, but if they get in a pickle, they'll drop the equipment momentarily, work their way through the pickle, and then pick their equipment back up and continue to march. So here it is. Weight carried, weight of the rucksack, drop the rucksack, weight carried, speed change. Pretty snazzy stuff. So now the other problem that we finished solving and delivered this week was the bag of holding. We go into the
Yeah.
bag of holding. Bag of holding weighs 15 pounds, can carry up to 500 pounds. So if I take my bag of holding off or unequip it, I'll drop 15 pounds. If I add it, I'll add 15 pounds. But you can tell inside my bag of holding, I already have 35 pounds worth of stuff. So, but it's not counting against my character sheet. So now you can just kind of stuff it and stuff it and stuff it. And you can play this encumbrance game that used to be so hard to play because you had to manage it through an Excel spreadsheet or just with a pen and paper, scratching stuff off, adding stuff on, having different um, like kit out variants of how you would what
Mhm.
you'd carry into combat, what you would drop if you had to, and being able to validate these numbers in many different ways. It's all here on your character sheet now. So another cool thing about it, this is the other piece that I like. If I go to my manage inventory, another thing I want to add is like a cart. So if I add this cart, first thing when I add the cart, it's not going to add to my weight automatically. It's just going to put the cart there. If I put the cart on, which would be ridiculous, but I could, it's 200 pounds. Right now, I'm super heavily encumbered. You can see my speed
Right.
changed way down to 5, and I wouldn't do that. So I have unencumbered my cart, but now I can add items to my cart. And of course, I am a uh, traveling fine clothes vendor. And I have 200 articles of fine clothes in my cart, 1,200 pounds, 1,400 pounds for the whole cart. And I can literally have this thing with me on my character sheet and it's not burdening me. And I still have my backpack that I'm carrying on. But you know what? I'm going to put my backpack in the cart. So I just take it off here. We can't put containers in containers yet. We may never do that, but at least your numbers will always be available to you the right way so you can
Right.
toggle on and off those buttons. I was just talking to Will, our producer here. He said he had just finished a game that was using this, and I can't even imagine how difficult it was to do it without this kind of system available.
Well, I'm stoked about this because I just ignore encumbrance. It's never something I mess with in the game, largely because I we didn't have this set up in the character sheet. I honestly believe that y'all implementing this tool set like will now change the way some folks play the game, like in story, like tactically. Is someone in charge of guarding everyone's backpacks now?
Yeah,
Because we're
yeah,
we're fighting 10 bandits. Bandits 11 and 12 are going to come around from around back, steal somebody's bag of holding. I mean that
yeah.
really.
Wow. That's a great concept. I mean, I didn't even think
It's stuff
about
I
that.
never even think about. Yeah, it's stuff I never think
Yeah,
about because like it's not real. Right?
that's
Like,
right.
oh, you
Because
just have a bag of holding, whatever. But like in my
right,
brain, like the way I approach, it's never real. But this really kind of makes it real.
right. But you could have the dungeon master come in here and get the bag of holding, and then come zip down in here and then just
Yeah.
remove it. Right now, unfortunately, if the dungeon master removed it, they had better be sure that they're never going to find it again, because it'll remove all the stuff that's in the bag when we do this. But we're going to get to a point to where we can move these containers into other
Hmm.
spaces on the site, that they won't lose their stuff. So that will be a goal eventually. Maybe not too
That's kind of
far
working
off.
towards like yeah, that's kind of working towards the idea of like shared inventory and stuff like that. If I'm not
That's
speaking
right.
too out of turn. Cool.
Nope. Nope. I think you're dead on. So if you're in here and you want to like move a thing, where are you moving it to? Right. So there's this new space that's being built out that allows you to have an inventory that all people can see too. So yeah, that's really exciting stuff for us. We've solved um, two of the big like five problems that we had, and
Hmm.
we're really really super excited about it. What did I want to say? I'm playing a game in the Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden game, and you have to travel like not that many miles, but it's really difficult. And you have to carry a lot of food and water and all the things. And this allows for us to play that game on the individual character sheet, to be able to
Yeah.
go, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to kit out, but it's going to slow my speed to half. At what point am I at diminishing returns? And
Yeah.
what's the closest town? And I can't bypass town. Like I'm not bypassing base camp one. You know what I mean? I gotta
Right.
stop,
Yeah.
resupply, and then go to the next place.
Yeah.
So
Well, and even, there's there's tons of stuff you can play with here now too. Um your character might not be typically pulling his cart. In my Icewind Dale game, for example, at some point early on, like you get an opportunity to befriend a polar bear, and oh, we befriended the heck out of that polar bear, and now it hangs out and it pulls our cart, and it's a pal. um uh but if forever to lose Strawberry, which is the polar bear's name. And there's like a dramatic moment for whatever reason, like someone has to pull the cart, like really, like just full strongman. Like there's such cool drama now in a battle of like someone like getting something like that over the finish line 5 feet at a time while it's being defended or whatever. So I'm really stoked about these updates. Honestly, it's just so fun.
yeah, as you were talking, I had added a draft horse, or maybe Strawberry, like you said, to the cart, even though Strawberry wouldn't be in the cart. But what you're doing when you put Strawberry in the cart is you're combining that weight of Strawberry, if Strawberry had a weight, into that cart, and then when you unequip that cart, there's no weight to it. Um, that makes for an interesting weight problem. The weight of sentient creatures. Hmm. Thoughts? I don't know.
and
Maybe we'll start. Maybe we'll start putting
and
weight on
now
everything now.
and now I have made you have to stress about something else. That's my job.
Well, fortunately, I don't
Um,
think Wizards of the Coast has weight for anything, so it's not official.
yeah, true, 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 true. Um,
So
well, I think this stuff is so cool. We've also got Julie was going to come on to demo some of our updates in sort of decor for your character sheet a little bit. She had a full sitcom thing happen where she had some visitors coming from out of town, and they're like, "We're coming a day early," so she's having to, mad rush take care of life instead of coming on and talking about D&D with us. But
Yeah.
would you mind? So all credit to Julie and her team, but would you mind sort of walking us through her work?
Yeah, so this was one of Julie's passion projects, and she brought it to the team mostly done, but then we had to integrate it and test it and do all the things on the characters team. So yes, you're right. Kudos to Julie, and um, sorry that she has this WandaVision moment right now of having to get the house prepared for the in-laws inbound. But basically what it is it's cleaning up this whole space here. We've added this little manage button to make it quite obvious that there's something going on here. Of course, you can click on the character's avatar or character's name. But when you get into here, we've cleaned this whole space up a whole bunch. So you can see that in a standard view, everything's above the fold, meaning I don't have to scroll down to get to it, which is great. But then the character sheet appearance piece is now this call out that when I click this, it gives me all of the things that Jafar has as assets for his character. Um, that said, I can, so remember, this used to be a bunch of things like this down here that I had to scroll
Mhm.
through. And they were all open and they were all separate, and I couldn't see them in together. I could only see them on the character sheet as it changed, which works out okay as an experience when I'm on a big screen computer. But when I'm on a mobile device, um, I don't get to see. I can't see what it looks like compared to each other. So you can see Jafar's got these cool colors inside his avatar or his portrait. And if I was to just pull on that thread a little bit and look for some of those cool colors, like see there's that pale blue, get that pale blue to kind of match the colors inside here. And then I go to his frame. This is what, Julie and I had, just spend so much time doing. We're like, look at how cool you can just put the colors and match things that look like each other, and you theme the character in such a way that it feels cohesive, right? As opposed to in this space that's like, well, I don't know what that's going to look like. And another thing that's
Right.
added to this whole piece is all of these scroll throughs here are in color now. They used to be in black and white. So you can now through the so these were in color. These were kind of black
Kind of
and
muddy.
whitey, so it was
Yeah.
hard to tell what it was, kind of muddy. And then I think that the frames were similar to that. They weren't as vibrant as they actually are. So
Hmm.
then you can actually make the comparison and be like, yeah, that fits there. Is it? No, that doesn't. Shit.
Yeah. It's
But
just
what
like
about
a
a blue
really
jet?
nice,
Yeah,
quality of life update
yeah.
for these,
It,
because I know a lot of people love being able to sort of put these finishing touches on.
yep. So that's basically it in a nutshell. And then just cleaning up this space here, giving you the things that are important to you in play, giving you the things that are important to you in your character, your settings, how you manage it, and then of course your ability to export stuff or share it out, and then changing
Awesome.
the sheet appearance right there. It's just nicer than it used to be.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's a very just like sweet update. Hey man, thanks so much for hopping on and walking through this stuff with me. I always
Yeah,
appreciate you being on. Um, someday we will actually see each other in person and hang out, and I'm stoked for that day. Um,
well, PAX U,
the
right?
one pa-
Are you going to
fingers
PAX U?
crossed. I don't know. I don't know. Um,
I hope you're
uh,
going.
let's go get trashed at PAX U and cause some problems. The one thing I left out of the roadmap, which I apologize everybody, I was just kind of stoked to start demoing with Pat coming soon. Encounters. Well, what's that mean? The encounter builder and the combat tracker are being combined into one final feature that is being put that is coming out of that is being placed into beta. But yeah, which means it's going to be free for all registered users. It's not going to be behind the subscription paywall anymore. It's coming with some really cool updates that I think you guys are going to love. So again, just to be clear with the audience, we get a lot of feedback where people are kind of concerned, like, hey, there's a lot of focus on like dice, as opposed to features and stuff like that. So, or there's a lot of focus on subscribers versus I just want to get in, register, and play the game. We hear you. We absolutely hear you. So, things like this inventory update, things like encounters. We want to make sure that the free to use digital tools on DDB remain robust, remain really strong, and keep giving you guys a ton of high value. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, the deal over here is we love D&D. We love that you love D&D. We want to make it easier for you to get together with your friends, have fun, and play. And the rest is just cake, right? Uh, all that said, please enjoy the rest of your day. Pat, my friend, happy Veterans Day, sir. And we will see all of you next time on the Dev Update. Watch Battle for Beyond tomorrow. Bye, guys.
It's D&D.